All right, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Confessors with a Drunk Latino. I'm sitting here with a friend of mine that I've known since I can remember. We go as far back as middle school. This is Kelly Mueller. Kelly Mueller, welcome to the show.
Hello. How is everybody? Hope everybody's doing good.
So the premise of this show is basically just good conversation, sharing experiences, talking to guys, talking to regular people out there, just going through everyday, situations and just trying to get through life. So, I want to talk to people that maybe share some of the same experiences and go through the same things. Maybe they can get something out of the show. At some point, I am going to be taking emails and comments. If you guys want to share some stories and get some insight, I'm more than happy to, engage in conversation. So today we're sitting here talking, it's that time of the year. You usually send me a message or something.
Love November.
With Captain
Morgan and Diet Coke.
Diet Coke. And
what day is that?
It's usually around the 20-something.
I know. I'm going to look.
I can never remember.
I know. The 14th.
The 14th. Oh, okay.
The 14th.
How long have we known each other, Kelly?
Middle school. I'm high school, middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What type of person were you in high school?
Oh God. All right, really, we're gonna get on that one.
Let's go.
Okay, so I was.
I'm only asking this because if you saw us standing next to each other, you wouldn't think we were fucking friends at all. Dead ass serious.
No.
Even more so in high school. We
Absolutely.
weren't really friends. We knew each other.
Right.
But Kelly hung out with a specific group of people.
I hung out with the rednecks. As redneck as you can be.
No offense to the rednecks, but
love
it
them.
was definitely two opposites of the spectrum. Because I was hanging out with the black kids, I was hood, I was dressing like, I was from the streets and shit. So it was definitely
Justins and Wranglers.
Right. So for us to, have become this close of friends is definitely, somewhat of an anomaly.
What you say, but that's an example of being an adult and growing out of that shit.
So. Right, So also around this time of year, probably why me and Kelly have become especially close over the years. I was around the time where her mother committed suicide.
Yes.
And every year around November, Kelly sends me a message, out of love.
Just it is out of love, but it seems like it does seem like a brutal reminder, but it's out of love, because of the experience that we went through.
So, at the time, how old was you?
I really do. I want to say, I think she was 42.
42,
I think so. I think she was what?
So she was around our age.
Yeah, I think she was. I want to say she was born in 58.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think that would have put her around 40.
Okay. Yeah, she was definitely younger than my mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I remember being over there plenty of nights, man. She was the cool mom, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? We could hang out over there, drink, smoke, party, whatever.
Yeah.
And as long as we didn't leave or cause no trouble, we were good.
I always
describe
she definitely
looked out.
Yeah, I always describe her as she was the one that would, if she had the last $20 in her pocket,
of course.
She would give it to you.
Yeah.
Because she knew for a fact that you would either pay her back or you would do something for her or whatever. She was that mom.
Right.
And I've always strived to be that mom.
Yeah.
She was such a great mom.
Yeah. She was definitely cool.
She was a character. She was when I say she was, and it's funny because I'm as white can be, but she was as white as she could be. She's she had no clue about anything. She would tell us stories about doing quaaludes on the beach in Boca.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's so 70s.
Right? So it's, she, but it was nothing to her, I used to smoke pot, okay. Yeah,
I'm sure you remember that day, right?
Yeah. Oh, God. I remember that day. I relive that day every year.
You want to tell the people what happened?
Yeah. So,
I don't think we've actually mentioned what happened yet, have we?
no,
Okay,
no.
go ahead.
I mean, she committed suicide. You did mention that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a normal day. She was working at Home Depot.
Yeah.
She had just bought a new car.
Yeah. Pontiac Sunfire.
Yes, the white.
The white one. Yeah. She loved that fucking car.
She loved that car. You know, she had a Rascal Flatts CD in the car. Like, I don't know what album it was, but I'm pretty sure I still have that CD somewhere. Yeah, so we were all just hanging out, partying at the house. Not heavy partying, you know, but we were partying, having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And we all left. She was at the house by herself. And then we came home and she was gone.
Right. Just basically disappeared.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing. Her keys, purse, shoes, car, everything was there.
Everything was there.
So we were freaking out.
Yeah.
You know, we were all 18, 19 years old.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You know, Kelly has a younger sister. Her sister's 16. So
yeah, at the time, it was... the only thing that was gone was her cigarettes and her lighter. Yeah. And her cup, you know, the Tupperware, the skinny Tupperware cup that everybody remembers if you grew up in that age. Yeah. And because it was filled with Diet Coke and Captain Morgan.
Yep. Strong drinks.
Yeah, they were strong.
It was poured heavy.
But that was the only thing that was gone. And so we went looking for her. And we had the cops involved, and we went down to the bar. We went up and down the road. Couldn't find her.
So I remember from what I remember, when we left that night, we actually we got a couple of hotel rooms, remember? We ended up spending the night, because we were partying, came back the next morning. That's when we discovered she was gone.
Yeah.
So at first, we thought maybe somebody came and picked her up.
Right.
Remember, she had a little boyfriend or somebody she would see.
Yeah.
You know.
But she remember that sketchy ex that she had?
Yeah.
Tom.
That's who I'm talking about. Yeah. So
hate that guy.
Remember, we were freaking out. We're like, all right, she's gone. What the fuck? All her shit's here. Call the cops.
That's why we panicked.
Yeah. They show up. Oh, she hadn't been missing 24 hours yet, so we can't really do anything. They searched around, you know, like half-ass. So we all had to stay in the house that night without her.
Yeah.
Wondering the whole fucking night.
The whole night.
It was probably like 10 people in that house.
Yep.
All over the house.
Sleeping on the floor.
So I remember the next morning, Daryl's brother gets up. He's like, hey, man, you want to go look for her? Fuck yeah. We throw on our shoes. Go searching out in the woods. And that's when I found her. I walked up on her.
I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it. Because I remember, you know, it was funny because I remember I was on the phone with police dispatch when I heard...
That's right. Yeah.
When I heard it wasn't screaming, it was yelling. Y'all need to come out here. You know, and
Get the fuck out here.
Yeah, and I was like, I gotta go. You know, I hung up on dispatch.
I was trying to do it, but then again, remember, Alicia was in the house.
Exactly.
So we definitely didn't want her to see anything. You
right.
know what I mean? So right off the bat, remember, I was still on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, you were.
When y'all came running out. So to give you a picture, it was a mobile home on like a 2-acre lot.
Single wide mobile home
on a 2-acre lot. Surrounded by like a chicken wire type homemade fence that you'd probably kill yourself trying to climb over.
Absolutely.
So I got my big ass over this fence. But when I found her, I came out, tried to alert everybody. They came out. Kelly climbed over the fence. And
it was full of pines.
Was that what it was?
It was pines because that's what they do now. Like, it's all full of pines. You know, they cut it down, they grow, they cut it down, they grow, whatever.
Right. But Kelly tried to go see her mom.
Yeah, it was bad. I tried climbing over that fence, and it was a struggle for me at 18. So I still, to this day, don't think my mom actually did it by herself.
I remember the look on your face as if...
And...
I don't think you wanted to believe.
Absolutely not. I mean, you never want to believe your family members actually killed themselves or murdered or anything, you know? Yeah. But... I will tell you from now until the day you and I die that I'm completely and 100% grateful for what you did, even though I beat the shit out of you that day or attempted, you know, because I'm, you know.
I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, I was, you know, a lot smaller than I was now, but I tried to beat the shit.
I don't even remember if you hit me or not, but I remember I had to grab your ass. And
you would not let me through.
No.
And, I mean, I owe you everything for that because I don't think I could have managed my entire life.
I know you would have did the same thing for me.
I would have done the same. Absolutely, I would have done the same thing for you. It was rough, you know. It was, but you know, and I say this. For the last 24 years, I know sometimes it sounds like, I feel like it sounds horrible, but at the same time, like, if she didn't die, where would I be now?
Right.
You know, like, at that time, like, the route that we were going, you know.
I mean, honestly.
I didn't think I was going to make it.
We were reckless.
We were reckless.
We were super reckless, man.
I didn't think I was going to make it past 21. I ain't gonna
lie. Every year past 21, I'm like, I'm surprised another year. Wow.
Amen.
Thank you.
I literally, like, I don't consider this. I'm coming up on 43. Mm-hmm. I don't consider this my 43rd birthday.
At the end of the month.
I don't consider it my 43rd birthday. I consider it like 20-something. You know, I really don't.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I should have been dead at 21 or had like 100 kids. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I just...
Yeah, we were partying hard.
We were.
Had no responsibility, though. Think about it.
I know.
No kids
none.
at the time yet. Done with high school. Working, but not working.
Yeah.
we literally worked enough just to, like, keep partying.
That's what I'm going to say. We were literally working to make sure we were still partying. Yep. Or we found people that could support that habit.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think it was about the time after this happened. Wasn't that when we met Rob and Trey? Wasn't that when that started happening? It was shortly after that.
Yeah, because Rob and Trey, we used to go and party with them.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting in the parking lot at their apartment complex thinking, I can't fucking do this anymore. Yeah. And that's when I decided that I was going to join the military. Yeah. Because I was just like, that was after, oh God, what's his name?
Well, I mean, even after Mom's passed, I think we all said kind of fuck it a little bit more. Because remember when you
we went hard.
When you got your parents' old trailer, when you and your sister moved there.
We went hard afterwards.
Yes.
I can say, after Mom passed, and it's like I talk about it now with people, you know, it's like we went hard after Mom passed, for I don't know, a good solid 3 months every weekend.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Maybe, well, some of us went a little bit longer.
Right? But I'm just saying, like, a good solid, like, every single weekend. Like, we did spread it out, but, like, every single weekend for, like, a good 3-4 months.
You know what? Not to bring up bullshit, you know, but at the same time, it was a part of that. I thought Daryl was a piece of shit for the way y'all ended shortly after your mom passed. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, he did
we dated while I was...
shit. Yeah.
We dated after I joined the military.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so on and off. I don't know.
I know. But, we dated I don't know.
Dude, I honestly, I was like, that's probably one of the most insensitive fucking moves you could ever do to somebody. Like,
hey, your mom just died. Let's do this. Let me take advantage of you.
Yeah. While I'm fucking other chicks. But anyway, not to get on that bullshit.
Yeah, we know how that went.
Yeah. It ain't even worth fucking.
Right? It's not. But yeah, no, it was hanging out at the apartments across from Santa Fe.
Yeah. So, fast forward a few years. You won't stay on the sad subject. Fast forward a few years. Because one thing I'd like to talk about, I was single for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And out there dating with these apps. and these websites and
so
shit.
Fun.
And I remember you met your husband, right? We won't mention where, but you met him online, right?
Yeah, but I knew him before.
Right. Of course.
Okay.
But by coincidence.
Correct. Yeah.
This is how you guys started dating, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we're yeah, okay, let's talk about it. Okay, so
we're gonna talk a little bit about everything.
No, I'm fine with it. So yes, we met on a dating app.
Yeah. Well, it was a website back then because we're old as fuck. They didn't
That's true.
They didn't have apps.
Sorry,
back then.
okay. A website
They
that you
didn't
could
have
access on your phone, but it wasn't an
There you
app.
go. Now it's an app, though.
Yes. But so he actually messaged me on the website and like, I don't know, I want to say like October of like 2011, I think.
Okay. Damn, it's been 2011.
Yeah.
So a little bit of background. Her husband is somebody that we actually both grew up with.
Correct.
I've known him since 3rd grade. She knew him since what? Maybe high school?
Middle school,
high school.
Yeah, middle school, yeah.
We lived in 2 small towns right next to each other.
Well,
so if you played any kind of sports or did anything, you knew people from the other town.
But I can give you the more crazy background.
Oh, please do.
I can give you the more crazy. Okay, so Josh's mom was married to Bill. Bill and my grandpa, best friends.
Okay,
but Bill's family owned a sausage factory in Alachua back in the day.
Okay. That must have been a long time
Long time ago.
Right.
That my grandma used to work at when she was in her teens.
Okay.
Like 19.
Jeez. Right.
Yeah. So the families have known each other.
Gotcha.
Like I knew Josh's stepdad. He used to come up. So he's a veteran, and he would come over, and they would do. Him and Papa would do like chicken barbecues for the veterans for Veterans Day and stuff.
Yeah.
I would volunteer and help, so I would get up at like the ass crack of dawn at like 3:00 and
Well,
help
that's
them.
Goes with us growing up in small towns right next to each other.
Small towns.
Just like, if you played City League sports, City League soccer, softball, you knew everybody.
Exactly.
Or your parents knew everybody.
Yeah. So we've known of each other.
Right.
If you ask Josh now, he would tell you that I was a bitch in high school and he didn't want anything to do with me. Which I probably was.
Beat everybody up.
I was trying.
I don't know what it was with you. You're like fucking, you remember Russell Crowe on South Park?
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's fighting around the world?
Absolutely.
That was you.
Look, I can't help it,
You had a lot of aggression for a girl.
Yeah, but you, like, you know my background. Like, my dad...
Shit kicker.
Exactly. My dad was not a very nice person.
He was an asshole.
He kicked me out at 16. I had a lot of aggression. It was not a very good situation.
Right.
So, that's what I chalk it up to. But yeah, like...
So you guys have known each other for a while.
We have. I
So he hits you up.
And I didn't want anything to do with him.
Yeah, I remember at first you were like,
I just want a friend. I'm not into dating.
Right.
I've been single for 5 years. I'm good, thanks.
And honestly, when you're online dating and you see a familiar face,
like you're just no.
Well, no. Some people you're like, if you connect with, you're like, it's good to see a familiar face too. You know what I mean? Like somebody you may not have dated previously from high school. You know what I mean? So it's still new, and you're kind of seeing them in a different way.
True.
So that was my experience. And it's only happened once or twice where I saw somebody that I went to high school with. And I was like, okay, we don't have no past together.
Right.
I know her. I know she's a good chick.
Right.
So
yeah.
That kind of familiar. It was it was nice to me.
But it was funny because again, I didn't want a relationship. Yeah. So him and I he wanted to hang out as friends.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's go to Spindrifter.
Nice.
So we went to Spindrifter.
Sit and spin. That's what your mom used to call it.
Exactly.
That was your mom's spot. That was her spot.
Exactly.
She tried to get me to go with her so many nights.
So,
and I'm like, I'm not going.
We're not going to Sit and Spin. So Josh and I went to Sit and Spin.
Right.
And we went there, and I literally helped him get a girl's number. Like, that's like, I was not committed. Like,
Are you trying to tell me your game was tighter than his?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Don't tell him that. He's going to watch this, but, you know.
He's going to find out.
Well, that's fine. He'll argue it. I guarantee.
I'm sure he will.
I guarantee. He's going to be like, no, I did that on my own.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Right? I have game, you know. I mean, I love him to death, you know. I mean, like, it's funny because if you would have asked me in high school if I saw myself marrying him, I'd have been like, oh, hell no.
Right.
You know, he is not
your type.
Exactly, not my type at all. He's not my person.
Right.
Like,
well, let's just say this: from previous dudes, he doesn't remind me of any other guy you previously dated.
Oh no,
so he definitely stands alone.
Oh no, God, it's funny because I absolutely and utterly adore him. He's the biggest.
Oh, he's an awesome dude.
He's awesome. He's a
hardest
nerd.
fucking worker I ever met.
Absolutely. I mean,
real.
like,
yeah.
He will, like, I don't ask him to do a lot, but if I asked him to do it, yeah, he might complain a little bit like any other person, but he would immediately do it, you know? I mean, like, he's an amazing person, and I'm, like, I can look at him and be like, I fucking hate you.
So how long was it before you were like, fuck?
Oh,
this is actually gonna turn into a relationship.
So
I never fucking thought y'all would be married.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like,
so I can tell you. So we started dating, and then that's when let's see, was it February? I think we kind of started dating, but then I got accepted to Florida State, and I was like, I got accepted to Florida State. I'm moving to Tallahassee. You can either do this relationship long distance, or you can like get out.
I'm going to college, bitch.
Right? No, I was like, you know me, I'm damned and determined. Like, you're not holding me back. So he was like, let's do long distance. I mean,
so back to the dating website. How did you pick this guy? This particular guy? No, because I dated females, and they've showed me the messages they get. One chick showed, she's like, I got like 90 dick pics. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So, you know the female.
No, I get it, yeah.
Most of the time, they got a bunch of guys shooting their shots and sending dick pics all along. You know what I mean?
He messaged me, and he was like, you just want to hang out?
Did you have any other guys hitting you up or anything?
I mean, I did, but it was like, it was dick pics.
Of
and,
course.
you know, I don't, like, I'm sorry. To a female, like, I'm not.
Let them know. Let them know.
Congratulations, you have a penis.
I've seen one before.
Like, I know what they look like. Yeah. So it's not impressive. Yeah. It's like,
honestly, like, unless you're already vibing and that's your thing,
correct.
You know what I mean? Like, it's an awful fucking move.
It is.
If she don't ask you,
don't
fucking volunteer it. Yeah, exactly.
And it's really like, it's not. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. Like, it's not about the looks. I'm sorry, penises are not attractive. They are not. But it's all about what you can do with it. That's it, yeah. You know, so I don't give a shit.
I mean, I'm a guy. Looking at my own dick in the mirror is awkward for me.
It's not. It's a penis.
You know, it's like...
It's not great.
I don't even want to look at my own dick sometimes.
Exactly. Who wants to look at their own dick? Like, right, I mean...
You guys been...
He did not send me a dick pic. Let me say that. He did not send me a dick pic.
That's probably why it worked out.
Exactly. He was like the only one that didn't send me a dick pic.
That's what I was getting down to.
Exactly.
Why this guy? He didn't send me a dick pic.
But he vibed with me. You know, I mean, it was like I put on there that I like video games.
No, it's funny because, me and my girl, like, I've been fucking dating for 7 years on these fucking websites.
Awful.
Oh my God, these apps, and you would get sick of it. Mm-hmm. And, at one point, I'm like, fuck this, man. I'm done.
Right.
I'm done. If it happens, it happens. Erased all the fucking apps. Then you get bored.
Yeah.
You're like, drinking a little bit too much one night. Let me download
and then you
this
check
shit.
it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will tell you, probably within 24 hours, her and I connected, talked for about a week, met up, deleted this shit the next day, and hadn't been on. I was literally on there for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And her and I met.
And I think she's great.
She's awesome.
I know.
You know what I mean?
She deals with your shit.
I was like,
And I've dealt with your shit for years.
How many women can do that?
I know, and I've dealt with your shit for years.
Oh, man, I probably don't tell her enough.
You probably don't.
I don't. But this is part of my mission. You know, me being a guy, I only know how to express myself when I'm angry. I can literally say anything that's on my mind when I'm angry.
I mean, that's true. That's most guys.
You know me, the ups and downs through relationships I've been through.
Yeah.
So when I got a girl that's expressing herself the way she does, writing me love notes on the mirror,
Aww.
writing me love notes on my nightstand.
That's so gross.
I don't know.
It's so sweet, but gross.
It is, but I don't know how to respond.
I know. It's hard.
Even just telling her thank you or it's hard because I've never had that.
Well, because you didn't grow up with that.
Not at all.
Exactly.
My mom wasn't affectionate.
You didn't grow up with that.
My mom was a type, if she thought you were saying something smart, you got a fucking family slap.
I mean, I know your mom.
You know
I love your mom.
But that type of affection and love just... She got mad one day, not to jump off subject. So we're sitting at the table, we're talking with the kids, and I don't know how it came up, but I was talking to the kids, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't grow up with my mom, you know, all lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
Like, no, so it came up. My daughter mentioned that I don't hug her all the time or something like that. I'm like, but when you hug me, I hug you back, right? I'm like, listen, my mom didn't raise us hugging us all the time.
We weren't a huggy family.
So I don't know when to be affectionate or, you know what I mean? Now that I know that my daughter's like that, now I go up and hug her and stuff like that. So when I said that to her, I guess my mom got offended. Oh, you trying to say I didn't hug you enough? No, Mom, I'm just letting you know it wasn't you didn't raise us to be soft. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, no, you beat our ass when we needed to, but you didn't hug us to death.
But that was the emotion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And she was a hard woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She'd been through a lot.
Your mom's tough. I love your mom, but she's tough.
But, you know, that's what I hope to gain out of this. Like I said, I can speak when I'm angry. Yeah. I don't know how to speak when I'm happy.
It's hard.
When I want to tell her, thank you for everything you've done.
It's hard.
I mean? She stepped into a role I didn't even ask her to.
She absolutely did.
So, and you know, at times it's new for both of us.
Absolutely, of course.
So, at times it's, you know, when she goes to straighten out my son or getting, it's like, wait a minute, hold on, pause. But then I gotta think before I respond because it's like she's being a mom.
She's
like that's just
she's
natural.
helping.
That's her natural thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, she's got two kids. I mean, she's doing.
Yeah, of course. But it being so new, because I know I've never been this to a point in a relationship where I got my girlfriend helping me with my son. That's never happened.
Yeah, it says a lot.
It says a lot for both of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I try to tell her that. Like, you really don't get it. There's no woman that's ever been in my kid's life can say that they're doing what you did. Right. Period. You know?
And the little one is doing phenomenal in school.
He is, oh my God, he is killing it.
See?
And it's not because of me.
Exactly. I mean, not that you're not a good dad, but like, you know.
But dad got to be to work way before he goes to school and doesn't get home till way after. So
she's working with him and she's doing a phenomenal job.
You know, that tells me a lot about how she feels.
Yeah. I mean, it should. Yeah. You know, she's doing a great job, and I will say that she is a huge asset to you. Yeah, we love her. Yeah, you know, definitely. Because if we didn't love her, not saying that she wouldn't be here, but
you and Josh, how long were y'all together before he actually proposed? I know y'all dated for a minute.
He proposed in 2014. So we were together 2012, 2014.
So like two years? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He actually proposed at Florida State.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's pretty smooth.
I know. Look at him. And I was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? What's going on?
Your back hurts? What's wrong? Get up. Get up off that floor. It's nasty.
He was like, will you marry me? Get up.
Wait, I didn't hear you right. I got wax in my ear.
No, he didn't.
So something about, will I bury you?
Yeah. Right. No, he did a great job, you know. But it was funny because I didn't know that. It was fun because I told him like I'm going to Tallahassee, like you know, and if you want to do this, let's do this, and
he damn sure made a decision.
He did.
Shit.
And then, but it was sad because 6 months into it, you know, I was like, I called our friend Jamie. I called Jamie, and I was like, Jamie, I think I love him. And she was like, what? I was like, I'm not telling him. And she was like, you're not going to tell him?
I know that man had to earn that shit.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. It's crazy, though. I didn't picture myself with him.
Came out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah.
That's the best type.
I know. So. Opposites attract.
So, we had been dating shit. We probably been dating. So, it just, with me and her, it happened so naturally.
That's good.
Like, it happened, and that's what I love.
And that's what
I look for. I don't want anything forced.
No.
You know what I mean? And I found like when I was kind of looking for more of a physical attraction, that's what it was.
Happens.
You know, I'm more worried about the physical attraction than our vibe.
It happens. I mean, that's anybody.
But with her and I, it happened so naturally. So I had just started staying the night. You know what I mean? Night became a weekend. Weekend became a week.
But what's funny is I remember you coming over here without her.
Right. The first time,
yeah. And going, hey, I'm dating this girl. And I'm like, all right, are we going to meet her? You know? Yeah. And you're like, well, I don't know yet, but I like her. You know, I really like her. And I'm like, I need to meet her. Like, I need to verify.
That's also a bad thing from online dating.
No, I get it.
You're just so unsure.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
But the minute you brought her to the freaking family Christmas party the first time I met her.
You already knew.
And I absolutely loved her. She brought pigs in a blanket, and they were amazing, and she was so sweet.
So the first time I told her I love her, this is what I was getting at. So we had been dating. Like I said, started staying the night. I've been staying there a couple of months already. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm still paying rent.
Of course.
Right? So finally, she had been trying to get me to move in. I'm like, fuck it. Let me move in. I could be saving like $800 a month. Why not?
Right. Why not?
It's a good deal. We get along. She's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, my kids were welcome there. So we have been dating. I've been living there a couple of months. One of her best friends has started dating a guy. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? A lot younger. They're a lot younger than us. So she's like, well, Anna's boyfriend told her that he loves her already. And they've been dating a couple of months. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Congratulations.
So I just kind of totally brush it off.
Young love.
So at this point, I kind of already knew I had feelings for her.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, you know, I'm not the type to just...
let it go.
Not anymore. Yeah. I learned my lesson. You know,
yeah.
Don't jump before you look.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We get it.
So,
I mean, like, yeah.
It had gotten to a point, and it wasn't really until how I saw she was with my youngest.
Yeah.
Legend. And she had mentioned a couple of times because she loves to throw hints. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She loves to throw hints.
Most women do.
So she mentions that her boyfriend told her he loved her already. So it was about probably a couple of weeks later, I think. We go out to lunch. She takes me out to lunches for Father's Day. Mm-hmm. So we go out to Cedar River and Stark. And she says something, and I don't know, it was just perfect time. And I kind of just looked up, and I'm like, you know, I love you, right?
Aww.
And I swear, I thought she was about to cry.
Really? Aww, I love that.
And she was like, oh my God. You know what I mean?
Right,
like, I just came out of left field with it. But that's what I like. That's the type, I just want it to feel natural.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean? Like, planning, I've never been the type to plan.
Who cares?
I'm spontaneous as shit.
Nobody wants to plan.
Like, I'm super spontaneous.
Yeah.
And that's how I want it to be. I wanted it to be the right place, right feeling.
Right.
And it happened to be Father's Day, which she spoiled the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've never had a woman treat me like this.
Which is awesome.
Fuck. Like, I do love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trust me. This wouldn't be like where we're at right now.
Absolutely
if I didn't.
not. Yeah.
You know, me moving in your house with your kid, with my kid. You know what I mean?
No.
So, it's been effortlessly.
And see, that's
You
good.
know what I mean? Like,
and you deserve that.
Yeah, I figured I've taken a lot of bumps and bruises to
I mean,
earn
the
that.
shit that you've been through, I mean, like, with relationships, you know, I mean, like...
The relationship.
Yeah, we all know the one that I'm talking about that didn't like me.
I swear, I could have a story for every fucking episode.
Dude.
We'll probably get to that, too.
Dude, seriously?
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, my God.
Mm.
You should see the one I met before her. Oh, my God, girl. You want to talk about... I was like, you know what, girl? You are the best fucking cameraman I ever met in my life. Because those angles were amazing.
Oh, my God.
Those angles were amazing. Kelly, this girl got out the fucking car. She was twice my size.
What? No.
Twice my size. Had a pretty face. Beautiful face. And I don't mind a thick girl.
Right, no, of course not,
yo,
but still.
Yo. I remember my boy one time said, yo, she looked like an hourglass with all the sand at the bottom.
Oh,
yo.
I've never heard that. Oh, my God. That's a good one. I like it.
Yo.
Oh,
and
no.
I was just like...
Oh.
And here's my problem. I'm such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, yo.
You gotta go.
You're tripping.
Yeah.
Later, I'm out.
I know.
So if I commit, I'm going to let's still go out and hang out.
Let's go have dinner.
I don't want to make you feel bad.
Yeah,
and this put me in a lot of awkward positions.
Yeah, you have. You've been in some weird shit. Like, you have been in... Like, I've met some weird shit.
Man.
I mean, like, what... The one girl you brought over that was, like, way more redneck than I was.
She was from Alabama.
I know, which is...
Remember she had her eyebrows tattooed on?
Yeah.
Remember that shit? Yeah.
Like,
she took me to Alabama. That's a whole nother story.
That was, yeah.
I had my son, Angel was tracking me. He was tracking.
I remember.
When he found out when I was going, he was like, yo.
Oh, shit. You showed me videos.
Yo,
like, that shit was like... What? You not die?
We were at a fucking, it was an ATV park where you could camp and shit. I was doing some real redneck shit.
You were way more redneck than I was.
Dead ass serious.
Like, I was like impressed.
I had the mohawk cut in and everything.
Like, I was impressed. I was like, holy shit.
I get a random text from my son.
Oh my God.
He's like,
where the fuck are you at?
I'm in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Right?
And when I tell you, most of that city is trailer parks, I swear to God.
I was so worried about you after you told me.
I was worried about me. So, and when I tell you, there was black folks out there.
Well, yeah.
But you could tell the black folks chill with the black folks.
They stayed with the black
white
folks.
Chill with the white folks.
Yeah,
right. But there was a gang of black folks out there.
Oh, my God.
But
those are redneck black folks.
Yeah. Oh,
those
country.
are redneck.
The country.
Sorry, country. Yeah, no.
So Angel hits me up. I think Angel was like 15 at the time.
Yes.
I get a random text. What's happening? Are you okay?
Right?
I just see you moving around in circles. Because he had no idea what I was doing. I'm like, relax, son. We're at an ATV park. We're riding trails.
So
He's like, oh my God. I was so scared. I was ready to call the cops. And I was ready to send the feds there. I'm like, no, I'm good.
When you told me about that, I was just like, are you serious?
Again.
Did you really do that?
You would not think me and her vibed.
No.
We got along, but she was super fucking childish.
She was
childish.
She was...
She used to drink with her daughter. She was younger than me, too. She wasn't that much younger than me. She was probably like...
mid-30s, I think?
Yeah, she was like 35.
But she
and I was like 40.
Yeah, but she was way, like... I could have sworn she, like, the way she acted was, like, in her early 20s. Like, she was, like...
High school.
Yes, just out of high school,
she drank with her daughter. Her daughter was, like, 17.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Drank with her daughter's friends and shit. Like, trying to be young.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, I've let Nathan drink, but, like...
I mean, occasionally, but not drinking with your daughter every night like y'all buddies and shit. You know what I mean?
No, God, no.
No, it was funny as hell because, her ex. They're all from Alabama.
Of course.
They moved down here.
Love Alabama, but no.
So it started that shit, what really started deteriorating, which, number one, she was drinking every night. Number two, doing it with your daughter every night type shit.
Yeah, that's just...
But I met her ex. So he came over to meet me because her son was always talking about me. Mm-hmm. So he wanted to meet me. They come over one night and shakes my hand, meets me. Hey, man, blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. We have a couple of beers together. They hang out, him and his girl hang out for a little while. Everything was cool.
Right.
I don't know. Sometime after that, I don't remember when it happened, But when she told me, she was like, I guess he flipped out on her one time or whatever. And it was like, oh, you're a nigger lover and this, and that.
What?
And I'm like, what? I'm Puerto Rican.
Right.
What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, he said that shit.
What?
Yeah, with the hard R. And I'm like, yo,
Oh.
this is tripping. So from there on, it was kind of like,
tense?
I'm not comfortable. You know what I mean?
Oh, I kind of want to beat him up. Where's he at?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Oh, dang.
Oh, she's think she got married. She was engaged.
Really?
Had another baby
Ooh.
from the dude that she's with.
No,
and
thank
shit,
you.
So
No.
but yeah, it was crazy. To
No. I kind
but
of.
that was just one.
Just
bad
one.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that was just one.
Yeah, that's. No.
But yeah, shit. So, damn, we went way off course.
We did. But that's our problem, you and I, because we've known each other for so long.
Right.
We're
go down
gonna
those rabbit holes of memories.
And my problem, ADD. We're gonna ADD
so,
and
shit,
swirl.
how long have you guys been officially married now? And I brought this up because I want to talk about some people having success off of dating sites. You know what I mean? It took me way, way longer to find someone. You know what I mean? So that's the difference, and that's why I brought it up. You know what I mean?
So April of this coming up here, we will be married for 10 years. And I don't believe it. Because it's 10 years. I mean, I always tell him that he's always been my longest marriage, because I was married before.
Right.
Which, I mean, if you ever want to talk about that, we can.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, hell, I want to talk to you. I'm going to have you on here regularly.
Hey, I like being a regular.
I mean, you were going to be the original
gangster.
sidekick. You know what I mean?
Not original.
You're going to be the original sidekick. So.
Yeah, but 10 years in April.
So also, well, today, and I'm bringing this up for a reason also because talking about my ex handling my kids and doing being a blessing for me and my youngest. When you guys met, how old was Nathan?
5.
Nathan was 5. So today
5.
we are actually celebrating Nathan's 18th birthday.
Yeah, well, we had his party today. He actually turned 18 on his
That's
6th.
what I'm saying. We're celebrating his birthday.
Yeah, we're celebrating.
His birthday is when?
November 6th.
November 6th. And mine was November 29th. That's
correct.
Crazy. Yeah. So you met him when he was 5. He's 18 now.
Yeah, he hated me.
Yeah.
Dude, he hated me.
I remember our first conversation. You were like, I met Josh's son.
Oh my God.
I'm like, yeah, how is he? He's a little shit.
He was a little shit. And he'll tell you he was a little shit. He was.
I'm like, well, Kelly, you're a stranger. You know what I mean?
Which I get.
Yeah.
Absolutely
And then
get.
you're just some girl my pops brung around. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
he was.
Later, little did he know you would be stepmom.
Right.
And be fucking one of the most awesome stepmoms he could have ever asked for.
I mean, he's lucky. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it.
And I remember you didn't want kids.
Oh,
kids
God,
were
no.
not your
Ew,
thing.
hell no.
But, I mean, if you think about it, God brought you a kid that
absolutely
needs you.
I'm super fortunate.
Right.
I
mean, you stepped in. Talking about Amanda, you stepped in.
He's a great kid.
You played a huge role.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I get why he hated me.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. Because, his mom wasn't fond of me.
No, and I'm sure there was a lot of things being said.
I'm sure,
right,
but it's fine.
We won't talk about her,
Yeah.
Rest in peace, she actually passed away, so
yeah.
Kelly already was in his life, when his mom
absolutely.
passed away,
She passed away 3 years ago.
Right.
But he's a great kid.
Yeah.
He's unfortunately, that kid is my best friend, and he tells me things that I shouldn't know as a stepmom.
I ain't gonna lie, just talking to him outside, I was like, oh, he's way different than I remember him now. He's talking about shit. I'm like, yo, what's up, Nick?
He's
definitely grown up a lot.
He has, and he's very open with me.
That's awesome.
But I'm open to that because I want him to feel comfortable.
Right. Yeah.
I want him to feel comfortable talking to me,
Yeah, a lot like me, where I was too scared to tell my mom anything. Shit.
Exactly.
But I was going to get my ass beat, and then she was going to help me.
Right.
I just didn't want the ass beat.
And I don't want that, I never wanted that. And we've only had, one face-to-face, I will destroy you you face to face,
One time each other.
One time. Yeah. And it was, I of course, he's taller than me, so I had to, he's like a couple inches taller than me. Yeah. So I had to, on tippy toes, get in his face. Right. And I was angry because I have an anger problem. But I was angry. Right. And I told him, I will destroy you. Yeah. And there will be no coming back from that. And then afterwards, we separated. Yeah. Because we don't want to say, we've come to the thing where we don't want to say things.
Right. You don't want to cross the line.
Correct. We don't want to cross that line.
You had to figure each other out.
Yes.
He challenged. He figured you out. Yeah.
So we separated. And then the next day I went to him and he was like, I never want to see you like that again. Yeah. And I was like, good, because I don't want to do that again, because I don't like myself that way. Yeah. So.
I mean, you guys You've definitely come along.
We really have, I mean, he unfortunately, he tells me a lot of things again. I don't want to know as a parent. Yeah. But I'm glad, because he's comfortable with calling me with situations, if he's in a bad situation, he calls me, if he doesn't go to his dad.
So you're telling me you love being a stepmom?
I love him so much, and I didn't want kids. I didn't like kids.
And I hate to say stepmom because
but it's okay. I get it.
Because you're the real deal.
Because
you stepped in there, filled the role.
Right. I've even told him. I was like, I tell him all the time. I was like, you're the best son I've ever had. And he said to me, he's like, well, you're the best mom I've ever had. I was like, no, please don't say that. I was like, I appreciate the gesture. I was like, but I'm not your mom. Like, you had a mom, I mean, she's gone, but you have a mom, and I'm your stepmom. And he's like, well, you're the best stepmom I've ever had. Yeah. And I was like, exactly, I never want to take that place. So, it's... I never wanted to take her place, and... But
I mean, it ain't like things happened.
Absolutely, things did happen, but...
You just stepped up. Not that you took her place or whatever, you stepped up.
I mean, I've done more for that kid than I'd probably do for my whole family. I mean, he's a great kid, and he made it easy. After the fact, after his issues.
At 18, how long has he been dating this girl?
A little over a year.
A year. At 18, I didn't have a relationship that was a year.
No.
Maybe 6 months. Maybe that might have been the longest.
Right.
And I was probably absolutely head over heels in love at the time.
And they're so freaking cute together.
Right. Yeah. Angel's been dating his girl. Angel's my son, and he's 18 also. He's probably a year older than Nate because he turns 19 in December.
In December, yeah.
So he's been dating his girl for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Right?
No,
these kids.
Not that I don't, agree with it. I'm like, dude, hold on to that because there's nothing like your first love.
No.
You know what I mean?
I know.
It's rare that you repeat that feeling later on in life. You know what I mean? No, when he told me what she bought him for his birthday.
Right?
I'm like, you're married, right?
Right.
That's a wife gift. That's a wife gift to her husband. Like, no girlfriend buys their boyfriend that shit. You know what I mean? So.
So Nathan's girlfriend came over on Wednesday, on the day of his birthday. Mm-hmm. He was at school or in work, and then she decorated his room for his birthday.
Jeez.
And then wrapped a PlayStation 5.
Oh, pro.
Right?
Anybody out there that plays PlayStation, how much that shit costs.
Right? I mean,
damn near a band.
Of course, I yelled at her. I was like, seriously, why? Like, are you kidding me? And
because he deserves it.
Right? But she blew up, all these balloons and put them on his bed. And I'm like, no. I'm like, y'all need to stop doing this. Like, if you're going to be together forever, stop buying expensive gifts.
Right, yeah.
And,
no, I was trying to, that's what I was telling him. That's what I wanted to talk to him about, because I was like, dude, at 18, you're way more mature. I'll give you that. You're way more mature than I was or kids my age. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because at 18, I was trying to hump anything with a fucking pulse. Right. You know what I mean? being in a serious relationship was the last thing on my mind. You know what I mean? But it's like, that goes to show who raised you, though. You know what I mean? That absolutely reflects who you got your values from.
Well,
you know what I mean?
His girlfriend tells me a lot that, you know, like, thank you for teaching him how to communicate.
Right.
And
that's another thing I wanted to tell him and try to express to him. Yeah. Like, that goes back to my point, like I was telling you, I didn't know how to
Communication is key.
I didn't know how to express to Amanda the appreciation for the stuff that she did to me.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that I wanted to give him advice on.
Yeah.
Man. Here's a big thing. A lot of men don't know how to receive a woman's love.
Nope.
You know you get it.
Yeah.
You know, you may do the little things that come into your mind, but do you truly know how to receive a woman's love? And me not being loved the way that I'm loved now, I didn't know how.
Yeah.
I absolutely didn't know how. You know
I didn't either until Josh.
Right.
I mean, you know, I was in my 30s before I realized what love was.
Right.
You know, what I grew up with was abuse and love.
I heard someone say one time that love is not an emotion. Mm-hmm. Love is a choice.
It's
you
true.
Choose to do this for that person. You choose to be with that person. You choose to share life with that person.
Yeah.
Once you think that love is an emotion and that emotion is gone, what do you have?
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people are mistaken. That's why a lot of relationships, I feel, don't last.
Absolutely.
No, love is not an emotion. Because once that spark is gone, you think, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of relationships end. Oh, the spark isn't there. No.
Well, and I mean, a lot of people base their relationships on looks, too.
Of course, yeah.
You know, which I get it. You know, I mean,
looks is lust. Let's just call it what it is.
You have to be you have to be attracted to somebody, you know.
Right. There has to be some
But at the same time, you have to be emotionally attracted to them too.
Of course.
You know, so like, you know, there's that, I'm physically attracted to you, but I'm also emotionally attracted to you.
I always said, to me, it's, I would say 20%, 30% attractiveness, 70% in what's inside.
Exactly.
Because you could be super fucking hot and be an ugly bitch. You know
Damn
what I mean?
right.
You know, you could be ugly as shit, but be the sweetest, most loving person in the world. The most beautiful person in the world.
Absolutely.
You know, unfortunately, those people don't get enough attention, enough praise.
No.
You know what I mean? But, yes, there has to be a level of attraction.
Yeah.
You know
I got a girlfriend of mine. Mm-hmm. She's super hot.
Right.
But she's also nice and sweet. And I fucking hate her. But I love her.
Right.
You know, like, I'm like, why are you so nice?
Yeah, you can't be hot and nice. Get the fuck
like,
out
no.
here.
But she's so, like, but it's that, you know, I mean, like, you can't, like, you can't be hot and nice at the same time. Like, that's...
It doesn't go well.
It doesn't, like, it usually doesn't go together, you know? But it does happen, you know? But it's very few and far between.
No, it's funny because she came off super sweet at first. Super sweet. You know, she got a little country accent. She's super
she does.
Sweet.
Yep.
The first time I heard her dropping F-bombs like a sailor, I'm like... I didn't realize you had that in you. And she's like, oh, sorry to curse. I was like, no, I curse like that.
Right.
I was actually censoring myself.
What are you talking about?
Because of how sweet you were. You know what I mean?
We cuss
She
all
didn't
the time.
start talking like that until maybe a couple weeks in. That's what was funny about it.
We cuss all the time. And when y'all
now
leave,
she's comfortable, yeah.
But when y'all leave, I'm like, oh my God, I hope I didn't offend her.
No.
I mean, but I know we don't. Because
No.
if we did, she wouldn't come around.
No.
And we
loves
drink. She doesn't drink.
She fucking communicates with you more than I do.
I know. So it's like, it's
Yeah.
like, she's super understanding. Like,
Right.
you are the way you are, and that doesn't affect me. You know, I mean, like.
Oh, trust me. I mean, she's been through her own thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And she's still the way she is.
Yeah. And she's so sweet.
She's a strong ass woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of characteristics remind me of my mom.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But will fucking feed anyone. Will fucking take care of anyone.
Absolutely.
Loves animals.
I see her posts all the time.
Oh,
go support this. Go support that. Go support. You know, I mean, like, she's very caring.
Listen, I told her the connection she has in that community that we live in. I was like, quit the fucking restaurant. will open a fucking bakery or whatever you want to do.
Right.
And the people in this town will fucking support you. So just because of her character.
Well, you know
what
and
I mean?
it's funny because I've thought about it. Like, if we still had the electric business, like, we wouldn't have to advertise because I feel like she would have done it all.
My goodness. Yeah, and she promotes everybody.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Everything she promotes is from local people that she knows. I mean, everybody, I'd be like, yo, this isn't... Oh, I know them.
Exactly.
Check this shit out. I go back to work at the construction job, right? My boss is from Lake Butler.
And knows her. Yeah. Because she promotes everybody. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, where are you from? Lake Butler. Oh, I used to work at the school. Oh, yeah. You definitely know my girl.
Yeah.
So me and Carlos were hanging out. I meet up with him every now and then. You know what I mean? Because I'm in a relationship. He's single.
Yeah.
So we go to a place in High Springs. Remain nameless because I don't want to promote nobody without being paid.
You're right.
So if you want promotion, anyway. So we go to a spot. We go to a spot in High Springs. We're sitting down. We're drinking and shit. And we're talking. No, we're sitting at the bar, right? So there's 3 girls sitting here, probably a little bit younger, maybe in their 30s, late 20s, whatever. And he's just engaging with them, and I'm sipping my beer, watching sports. So at one point, he turns over, and he's like, "Damn, man, you're being a piss poor wingman tonight." I was like, "Motherfucker, I got a girlfriend.
Right?
She knows everybody.
Right?
I can't play wingman.
I can't do this.
That's it. End of story." Like,
right?
He's like, "Oh shit, I understand. Yeah. It's small town, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Town.
No, I'm not doing some shit that just because I'm trying to help you out.
Right.
Somebody she may know sees that.
Right.
Oh, your boyfriend was hitting on girls at the I can't help you out, bro. You're on your own.
Yeah.
So if that's what you brought me out for,
can't do it.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. Yeah,
else.
that's it.
Yeah.
You know? So, but no, man. Like, that's one thing. I never thought I would have a successful relationship from meeting somebody online. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
talking about a needle in the haystack, because I've met some.
You have
wild ones.
Yeah, I know.
And like I said, I got stories for days.
But it's online is always sketchy. You don't know what you're getting.
Think about it when you and Josh met.
Right.
It was even more sketchy.
Right.
Because you couldn't even verify accounts back then. That shit could have been.
No.
It could have been somebody using fucking Josh's picture.
Exactly.
Remember, like when that shit first started, chicks were meeting up with dudes and was either beating them or trying to kill them or kidnap them and shit. So.
The only reason I started talking to him is because I actually knew who he was and knew his family.
Right.
You know? And then it was just friends.
Yeah.
We ain't hanging out. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Well, shit, it's been a great talk. I'm sure we're going to do this again.
Let's do it again.
This is the very first episode of Confessions of a Drunk Latino. I'm so happy I got to share this experience with you.
Me too.
Being how long we've known each other, I hope you see success in this. You know
Absolutely.
I mean?
I'm super excited about it.
I'm definitely going to have you back on because we got a lot more to talk about.
Please do.
Hey, that brings us to the end of the episode, guys. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you. Like always, man, we want to shoot shout out to the working guys out there, the husbands, the guys out there working hard that just need to, need something to relate to. You need to, hear stories from another person and share experiences, man, Definitely shout out to the truck drivers out there. I don't feel like you guys get enough praise. I'm a truck driver myself, 20 years. And I know what it's like being out there on that road, fellas. It gets lonely as shit. Sometimes you ain't got nobody to talk to. And you're out there doing what you have to do with your family. And just want to give a shout out to you guys, man. Much love, appreciated. We got Veterans Day coming up soon, too. I want to give a shout out to all the veterans. I have so many Marine friends. Kelly herself is in the Air Force. She's a veteran. So sorry I didn't get to mention that soon enough.
You gotta include Air Force.
She's an Air Force veteran. She did her thing. She served this country. Thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
Also, you're an amazing person. You're an amazing human being, an amazing friend.
And I love you.
So thank you guys. Love y'all. Good night.